If you want to sign your first 5 cleaning clients in the next 7 days without doing anything complicated, then this will be the most important video you watch. Because after building my own cleaning business to over $40,000 per month and helping hundreds of students do the same, I've realized there's one strategy that works better than everything else for getting your first clients fast. And today I'm going to walk you through the exact system that got my students their first 5 clients in under a week and how you can copy it step by step starting today. So let me first start off by explaining what a warm market means, because this is the foundation of everything we're going to talk about today. So most people completely misunderstand this concept. A warm market is reaching out to people you already know instead of strangers. I'm talking about friends, families, coworkers, neighbors, old classmates, people from your gym, church, community groups, anyone you've had a real conversation with in the last year or two. But here's what most people get wrong. They think warm market means begging their friends and family to hire them, and that's not what this is about at all. Here's the trust advantage that changes everything. These people already know you're real, they want to see you succeed, and you completely skip the entire "is this person legit" phase that kills cold sales. If you think about it, when a stranger calls you about cleaning services, what's your first thought? Is this a scam? Can I trust this person in my home? Are they going to show up? Are they going to steal something? Are they even licensed and insured? Those are things that you have to overcome every single call that you have with a stranger. But when someone you know starts a cleaning business, those things go away. You're not worried about any of those things. You already trust them. You know they're responsible. You like them. You want to see them succeed. Therefore, they convert much better. So let me give you some real numbers. Typically for my students, cold outreach is usually around a 1 to 2% conversion, even if you're doing that well. That means you need to contact 100 people to get 1 to 2 clients, and that's if you're good at sales. Now, on a warm market outreach, you're going to convert 2 to 3 times more on average. That means for the same 100 people, you're likely to get 3 to 5 clients. So that's pretty much the same effort, but triple the results. And listen, to me, this beats everything else for getting started, because a lot of people don't want to run paid ads. Paid ads cost money. You really might not have that initial budget to begin with. And even if you do decide to do paid, I would typically say you need to be a little patient there, right? There's a testing period where you have to get comfortable with the sales process, the platform that you're using. You might need to optimize some of your campaigns or the structure as you start to spend money. So you might lose money before you make money with that strategy. Obviously, there's case studies that have done very well very quickly, but some people just might not have that ability financially or might not want to go through that psychologically. And on the other end, cold outreach is going to require a ton of volume, right? You're calling strangers. So that means you're going to get rejections, get hung up on pretty much all day, and it can be emotionally draining and time consuming. It's not for everybody, and not everyone wants to do that. If you look at kind of more SEO and content marketing, it's going to take months of work to start to establish yourself and build awareness, right? Because you're competing with companies that have been online for years. So on the contrary, the warm market costs nothing and can get you results in 48 hours. So you're texting people you know. They respond because they know you, and you can get clients booked by tomorrow. For example, I have a student named Trey who just ran an initial warm outreach campaign and was able to secure $1,000 worth of bookings within 2 days of implementing this. So the warm market isn't just easier. To me, it's smarter. You're leveraging relationships you've built over the years instead of starting from scratch with strangers. But here's the key insight most people will miss. So you're not asking your warm market to hire you directly. You're asking them if they know anyone who needs help. This removes sales pressure, sales breath, and awkwardness. So when you're asking your friend, do you need cleaning services? They might feel like you put them on the spot. But when you ask them, do you know anyone who could use help with cleaning or might be interested in this? They're happy to help you by making a connection. So in implementing this strategy in the next 7 days, we're going to walk through day by day how I would roll things out. So day 1 is all about building your list, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this so you don't miss anyone, waste time on the wrong people. So here's how I would build it systematically. I would open your phone contacts. I would start writing down 100 people who live in your local area, but not just anyone, right? People you've had a real conversation with, not just people you might follow on social media or someone that you don't really know or is like 3 connections down from you. So let me walk you through kind of each category to keep in mind so you don't miss anyone. So you've got current coworkers, right? Those are people you see every day, people you worked on projects with. You've got former coworkers, people from previous jobs you still stay in touch with, people you're connected with on LinkedIn. You've got neighbors, so that's people around your building, wherever you reside. You've got friends, that can be from high school, that can be from college, that can be in general. Anyone you're still talking to and you're connected with, and they could be on social media who live nearby. People from other social communities like the gym, church, community groups, people you see regularly, people you have conversations with beyond just hello. Parents of your kids' friends. If you have children, this is a gold mine. Parents are busy, they have disposable income, they see the value in that, and you're probably doing a lot of things already with them in the community. Another one would be people you've done business before, right? So your hairstylist, your mechanic, your real estate agent, your insurance agent. And once you've got all that together, However, the volume piece is crucial. I want you to at least get 100 people, because if you do that, the math says you will get around 3 to 5 clients. So don't skip people because you assume they won't need cleaning services. I think the biggest mistake I see people make is they prejudge who might be interested and will cut that list in half. I had a student named Mike who skipped his wealthy neighbor because he assumed that they already had a cleaner, and turns out they'd been looking for a replacement for someone reliable for months after their previous cleaner stopped showing up the way they were initially. So that neighbor became a recurring client for $300 a month, $3,600 annually, just by having that one outreach. So my point in saying that is you never know who needs help or knows someone who needs help. So don't make assumptions, just make the list. Okay, guys, I'm sharing my screen right now. This is how I would imagine you coming up with all these names and documenting everything. I would put all the names here, all the phone numbers here, what is the relationship type that you're having here, and then keeping track of your pipeline based on when you've sent these messages and whether or not you're waiting for a response or not. So this is like any software you can use. I'm obviously using Google Sheets, Excel, but you want to have something so you can track all of this in one place, because even sending out 100, you're not going to remember everything. You're not going to remember all the conversations you might have had or the responses that you've gotten. So you need to be able to quickly just manage this process. So this is what I would recommend in terms of how to set this up and organize. So after the first day and getting that all set up, days 2 through 4 are really your outreach days, and the exact message you send is going to be a huge determinant of your success or failure. I've tested dozens of other different messages, and I'm going to show you one that gives you a very good result that I've seen work for many people. So here's the exact message structure that works. So, hey, name, I just launched a professional cleaning company in the area. I'm offering special rates for friends and family this week. Know anyone who could use help? So let me break down why this works so well, because every word is intentional. First, hey, name. Right? You're personalizing it. You're not sending a mass message. You honestly could send additional personalized message after you say that too. Second, I just launched a professional cleaning company. This positions you as the business owner, right? You're not looking for side work. The word professional is key here. Third, I'm offering special rates for friends and family this week. So this creates urgency with this week or this month, whatever you want to do, and makes them feel special with friends and family. Fourth, know anyone who could use help. This is the magic phrase. Again, we talked about it. You're asking for referrals. You're not directly pitching them. This removes the pressure, makes it easy for them to help you. So here's the execution strategy, right? So you're going to text 25 to 40 people per day for the next 3 days so you can reach all of them. You don't have to send them all at once. You can spread it out so you can handle responses properly and give each person the attention they deserve. And again, a little bonus, if you want to add a personalized message as well, right? That shows that you care about them as a person, not just a potential source of business. So to me, the best time to send these are during lunch or right after work or any time on the weekend. That's usually going to be the highest pickup rate for people that have a 9 to 5. After you've sent all of that out, the next couple days, days 5 and 6, are all about handling responses and following up quickly and professionally. And this is where a lot of people will start dropping the ball. So when someone says, I might be interested, your first goal or your first thought should be get on the phone immediately. Do not try and handle everything over text. Text is great for initial contact, but phone calls close deals. I can't stress that enough. And here's why. Over text, people can think about it. They get distracted. They forget about it. On the phone, you're building rapport. You're answering questions immediately, and you book them while you have their attention. And for the referral approach, when someone says, my friend might need it, it's pretty much the same process, right? So you're getting their friend's contact information and permission to use their name as the introduction. And then you're going to do the proactive reach out, right? You're not going to rely on them to do the connection. And you're going to want to say something like, that's awesome. Thank you so much. What's the best way to reach out to them? And is it okay if I mention that you referred me? Or even you can put them in a group chat together. Either way works. Then I would reach out to the referral within 24 hours, give them some time so the person who's referring can have that conversation, and then send the following script. Hey, name, mutual contact, mentioned you might be interested in cleaning services. I'm offering special intro rates this week for new clients. The key is speed. The faster you respond, the higher the conversion rate. If someone were to show interest and you wait 2 days to follow up, they've probably found someone else or lost interest altogether. Now, the last day is your final push to close remaining leads and maximize your results from the week. So anyone who responded with interest but hasn't booked yet gets one more message, and it goes as follows. Just circling back, did you want to lock in that intro rate before the week ends? I've got a few spots left for next week. So again, what we're doing here is we're creating urgency and gives them a reason to decide now instead of putting it off. For people who haven't responded at all, they get one follow-up. Hey, just wanted to make sure you got my message about the cleaning company. No pressure at all. Just thought you might know someone who could use the help. If you notice, I'm not really being pushy or desperate. I'm really being helpful or giving them another chance to respond respond if they might have missed the first message with their busy schedules. And that's it. One follow-up, then you move on. Don't be the person who keeps texting the same person over and over, especially with a warm market where there might be a pre-existing relationship. It's not best to be as aggressive as cold. Now, here's the crucial part that most people miss, and this is what separates people who build real businesses from people who just stay busy. So with those 5 cleanings, you don't want to just book one-time cleanings. Your goal is to get recurring clients who pay you every single month. So here's the difference, right? So if we had 5 one-time cleanings at $200, it's $1,000 one time. Then you start looking for new clients over and over and over again, versus if we had 5 recurring clients at $150 a month each, that is $750 per month. After 6 months, that's $4,500. And after a year, that's $9,000 from the same 5 clients, right? So massive difference. So after they book their first clean, if you didn't sell them on recurring cleanings on the initial call, you want to immediately follow up and offer a discounted service to sign up. Obviously, this assumes that they love the service, so you want to make sure you do a great job. But when you have that conversation, you want to be giving them some sort of special deal so they sign into the recurring packages with you. And here's why this matters beyond just the money, right? So recurring clients also give you predictable revenue that you can count on every month. You can plan your business life. You can plan your cleaners. You can scale systematically instead of constantly hunting for new clients, trying to fill your cleaners' schedules up, right? So one-time cleanings, they are a grind. You're going to constantly feeling like you have to look for new clients and constantly selling. But if you have the recurring element, clients will give you the foundation to build. Once you have those 5 recurring clients paying you $150 a month, now you have $750 of predictable revenue. Now, the next thing I would do is use them to get their neighbors in the door. So that's the expansion strategy, where I would use a hyper local strategy with that neighborhood of whoever you're servicing. And you could put physicals like door hangers or flyers in those neighborhoods saying now cleaning homes on, street name, special intro rate for neighbors, text or call your number. So this psychology is powerful. Again, neighbors trust other neighbors. When you already mention you clean on their street, you're creating credibility, and no one's really going to be doing this because it's such a nuanced and local strategy. And you can also ask your existing clients that you're servicing that are happy, right? So I'm expanding in your neighborhood. Do you know any neighbor who might be interested in your cleaning service, right? So now we're taking the warm market strategy and re-implementing it for our new clientele that we just serviced. So again, once you do this, you can see how it's turning into a flywheel if you're able to do this over and over and over again. And here's the compound effect in action. So, right, you get the 5 clients from week 1 from that outreach, you use those to get 3 to 5 more over the next couple of weeks. Now you're starting to get 8 to 10 recurring clients, and you have a solid base of income month over month without having spent a dollar. So that warm market strategy is the first step to get you started, but the recurring revenue and systematic expansion is really what builds the real business and predictability that can replace your income. So now that we've gone through kind of the 7-day rollout, let me walk you through the most common mistakes I see people make with this strategy, because avoiding these also will dramatically improve your results. So the first mistake I see is usually being too apologetic or tentative in your messaging. So don't say, sorry to bother you, I hope this is okay. You're offering a valuable service. So you can see it doesn't sound like you're confident. So you need to come from a place of authority and confidence when you go out and first ask for this referral business. Second mistake, trying to handle everything over text. Again, like I said, use text for initial contact, but get on the phone to close the deals. Text is connection, phone calls are for conversion. Third mistake, you don't follow up. About 30% of your responses will come from follow-ups, not initial messages, so don't leave money on the table by not following up. Mistake number 4, you're pricing too low because you're nervous. So you don't discount your services just because you're talking to people you know. You are going to price fairly based on your market research, or because you've incentivized a recurring package. Which leads me to mistake number 5, you're not asking for recurring service. So the goal, again, isn't one-time cleanings, it's building a base of recurring clients who love you and pay you every single month. Sixth mistake, giving up too early. So some people won't respond immediately, and some people need time to think about it. You have to be patient to some degree and persistent, right? Not everything happens overnight. And mistake number 7, you're not tracking results. You don't have a sheet. You don't know where any clients are. You need this data so you can improve your approach. So the people who succeed with this strategy are avoiding these mistakes. They stay focused on the system. They don't get emotional about rejections. They don't take things personally, and they trust the process. So as you can see, the one strategy that works best is warm market outreach, right? So you can make that list of 100 people. You can text those people over the course of 3 days. You ask for those referrals. You follow up immediately. You close them on the phone, and you push follow-ups with urgency throughout the remainder of the week. If you do that, you should get around 3 to 5 clients in your first week because trust is already built. Now, if you want my complete system for scaling your own remote cleaning business, click the first link in the description below to get my full blueprint, and I'll see you on the next video.